While we're just about a month away from the release of Part 1, the official trailer for Batman The Long Halloween Part 2 was released online today through IGN. The official trailer for Part 2 exhibits a darker, more violent tone than the trailer for Part 1, as the ongoing killings by the Holiday Killer are clearly weighing heavily on both Batman and Commissioner Gordon. Early on in the trailer, Gotham City crime boss Carmine Falcone says, quote, "You know what my people call this past year? The Long Halloween." Inspired by the iconic mid-1990s DC story by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, Batman The Long Halloween Part 2 continues as the Holiday Killer is still at large, and with Bruce Wayne under the spell of the venomous Poison Ivy, Batman is nowhere to be found. Liberated by an unlikely ally, Bruce quickly uncovers the real culprit, Poison Ivy's employer, Carmine Falcone. The Roman, his ranks decimated by Holiday, and his business spinning out of control, has been forced to bring on less desirable partners, Gotham City's rogues gallery of villains. In the meantime, Harvey Dent is confronting battles on two fronts, attempting to end the mob war in Gotham City while also dealing with his own strained marriage. And after an attack that leaves Harvey hideously disfigured, the district attorney unleashes the duality of his psyche that he's strived his entire life to suppress. Now, as Two-Face, Dent decides to take the law into his own hands and deliver judgment to those who've wronged him, his family, and all of Gotham. Ultimately, the Dark Knight must put together the tragic pieces that converged to create Two-Face, the Holiday Killer, Batman, and Gotham City itself. The MPA has rated Batman The Long Halloween Part 2 R for some violence and bloody images. The all-star voice cast includes Jensen Ackles as Batman, along with the late Naya Rivera as Catwoman, Josh Duhamel as Harvey Dent, Billy Burke as James Gordon, Titus Welliver as Carmine Falcone, David Dasmalchian as the Calendar Man, Troy Baker as Joker, Amy Landiker as Barbara Gordon, Julie Nathanson as Gilda Dent, Jack Quaid as Alberto, Fred Tatasciore as Solomon Grundy, and Alistair Duncan as Alfred. Katee Sackhoff of Halloween Resurrection, Battlestar Galactica, and most recently The Mandalorian also joins the cast for Part 2, voicing Poison Ivy. The films are directed by Chris Palmer from a script that reteams him with Man of Tomorrow screenwriter Tim Sheridan. The Long Halloween Part 1 will be released on Blu-ray and digital on June 22nd from Warner Brothers Animation, DC, and Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, with The Long Halloween Part 2 to follow at a date to be announced in the fall. Both parts of the animated feature film adaptation will then be released on 4K in a combo pack at a later date in 2022.